May ito siya katudong sa picture kay murag klaro na mabisualize ng mayo.
Okay, so let's say nga
Ay man to atong sa plans primero. Mubalik ta
yun.
dito.
Kaya na sir ha.
Oo. Mabalik ko na nato tong plans. Katong sa
Okay,
presentation.
so let's say muna ang atong valve. Muna ato ang this is ang katong buho niya or this is the flange. Kung mag side view, pagkatanggal, naka side view na siya. Let's say nakayana na.
Oh.
And this is the other the connection. And this is let's say alisod drawing ba ni?
Oh.
And this is the pipe.
Oh.
This is the pipe. Let's say muna ito ang valve connection. So ang gingon ni sir, pasensyahay ha kay orag lisod yun ni nakalisod aning ato ang sitwasyon karon kay naka lisod ang percent sa
Dili ang katong kuan pwede naman siguro to. Sige lang kana mas ma-emphasize na sumayo.
So this is the flange where na-connect ang atong valve.
Oh.
This is the piping side. The pipe side. So before nato ni remove, you have to put markings. So you have to, let's say, tanganan ninyo blind din ha. And the other side po dun so, para masigurado, butangan ninyo blind para pag-assemble ninyo balik sa ato ang, let's say mo ni atong valve, ug mo ni ato ang pipeline. So naman ay flange diri in between, ma-align ra gihapon sila. So dili mabaliktad, dili na siya makahiwi, kundi perfectly aligned gihapon ang ato ang valve. So between on the flanges, butangan nato og marking. So very kuani siya, important basic nga technique pero importante kini siya. So sa dili sa valves, sa mga pumps, sa mga ban pa sa motors uban pa nga inyong bang bungkagon
Equipment bungkagon. Marker.
Importante gina ang marking. So that's it. Only na kuan ninyo na gets ninyo kung unsa ka importante ang pagbukutang og markings before sa disassemble sa ato or pag-dismantle sa ato ang equipment or sa ato ang valve. Okay, so napakaidugang sir.
Maura to kay at least ma-aware sila na bagito pagali nagdisod expert na siya, may problema. Pero as a beginner, dapat karoon talaga ng marking. May uban nga lain-lain ng pagkuan sa position.
Okay. Thank you. Let's continue.
Pwede rapin telpin sir.
Pwede ra pintelpin ini markings nga pwede dili mo siya ma-erase dayon og makuan.
Pwede pod og kanang chisel inyo nga marka o centering punch pwede na. Other one there is other side sa plants usa pikas-pikas ka plants between the two sa pump nya dito sa pikas duha ka buho kanang pag center punch para at least iba mo nga other side ang right usara ang sa left side duha. So di jud magadi mao magbalik taron man na mao jud na siyang posisyon na. Wala, that is very important ang marking. Sige. Okay na.
So
it's completed. To chase the threads on the nut, spray the nut with a lubricant and thread the tap into it. Repeat the same process that's used to chase the bolt. Chasing refurbishes threads by removing rust and other chemical deposits that a wire brush cannot. It also smooths the threads. Now the stuffing box is ready to be filled with new packing. The packing that's used must be compatible with the valve and the fluid that flows through the valve, as well as with other materials in the system. To accommodate a variety of systems and valves, many different types of packing are available. To determine what diameter of packing is needed, measure from the edge of the stuffing box opening to the stem. For this valve, we'll need packing with a diameter of 5/16 of an inch. Some packing is available in bulk form on a spool or roll that can be cut to any length. To cut packing from a spool, wrap a portion of the packing around the valve stem once to form a ring. Then use a utility knife to make a cut mark where the end of the packing overlaps itself. Place the measured packing on a wood block or table and cut it all the way through with the knife. One type of cut is a straight cut, which is made perpendicular to the stem. This is known as a butt cut, since the ends of the packing will butt together where they meet. Another basic type of cut that can be made is a miter cut. For a miter cut, the packing is cut at a 45-degree angle to the stem. Do not wrap the packing around the valve stem to cut it. This could damage the stem and ultimately cause leakage. Instead, to make a miter cut, wrap the packing around a mandrel. A mandrel can be an old pipe or other piece of round stock that's approximately the same diameter as the valve stem. The type of cut made will depend on the pressure the packing must retain. Though a miter cut is more difficult to make correctly, it generally holds more pressure. There are other specialized cuts, but the butt cut and the miter cut are the two most commonly used when packing is cut from a spool. After the first ring of packing is cut, stretch it out straight and mark its length on the wood with the knife. Then additional rings of packing can be measured against the marks and cut to match the length of the first ring. This method is not always effective for larger valves with thick packing. Often a small V-groove is formed at the adjoining ends because the packing isn't curved when it's cut. The V-groove would allow packing leakage. To avoid the V-groove problem on larger valves, wrap the packing around a mandrel and then cut it. Preformed packing is packaged in various pre-cut sizes, ready to fit into a stuffing box. If a valve requires packing to be arranged in a particular order, the pre-cut packing is typically packaged in that order. As a result of damage in manufacturing, transit, or storage, pre-cut packing may sometimes be broken or cracked. So be sure to examine all pre-cut packing carefully before using it. Besides the preformed type, some packing comes in loose or granulated form. Loose packing is poured into the stuffing box and will take the shape of the box. It requires repeated compression with the gland follower in order to completely fill the stuffing box. Some packing is impregnated with special lubricants. The lubricant makes the valve stem rotate easier, resulting in less wear on the packing. Once the proper packing has been selected and prepared, the valve can be packed. The mechanic shapes the first piece of packing into a ring and carefully fits it around the stem, making sure that the ends meet securely. Now he presses the packing ring into the stuffing box until it's inside all around. Then he uses the gland follower to seat the packing ring. If the packing ring is not properly seated, it will not seal properly, and the valve may leak. On many valves, the gland follower is not long enough to adequately compress the packing as it's installed. In such cases, a tool called a split bushing or split ring packing compressor is often used. The split bushing is typically constructed from wood or soft metal. In order to fit into the stuffing box, it is slightly smaller than the stuffing box. The mechanic installs the remaining rings of packing in the same way as the first ring, always making sure that the ends of each ring meet. If there's a gap between the ends of the rings, leakage through the packing could result when the valve is put back in service. To make it more difficult for a leak to occur, the point where the ends of one ring join should not align with that point for any other ring of packing.
Okay. So, dapat wala siya naka-aligned ang atong mga sinumpayan. So the ends of each packing must be offset from each other. Okay, for example, this is your first packing material, and this is the second packing material. So ang ilang ends or dili dapat nagtungod. So this is wrong. The water or the liquid pwede na siya mulik through this sinumpayan. So dapat ang correct yun is naka-offset sila. Wa sila nagtunong. Okay, so kana mo yan. Pwede na siya makakaligtaan sa during replacement of one packing sa ato ang mga valves. Okay, so let's proceed.
This type of line can create a path for leakage into the packing. The mechanic in our example is careful not to overpack the valve by putting too many packing rings into the stuffing box. The valve manufacturer's instructions usually indicate the correct number of rings that should be used. After all the rings of packing have been installed, the mechanic puts the gland follower over the stem and presses it into place. Next, he manually screws down the gland nuts until they are finger tight. The mechanic uses a wrench to finish tightening. He tightens the nuts evenly by alternately turning each nut one flat at a time.
Okay, so dili pwede nang usa ka kuan hugton dai na siya og usa ka side maximum nga hugot niya dapat anam-anam at bang gyud siya ang pag-fasten or pag-tighten sa ato ang any equipment na nga atong hugtan dapat at bang gyud na dili gyud sa ingon nga one side maximum hugot dapat anam-anam para even ang atong kahugton sa ato ang i-tighten.
The valve has been repacked and reassembled. The mechanic cycles it open and closed several times to properly seat the packing and to make sure the valve moves smoothly. Before a valve can undergo any type of maintenance, several things must happen. For example, maintenance preparations have to be made, and the valve must be removed from service. If appropriate, the valve may also be removed from its system and taken to a shop for repairs. Then the valve is disassembled and its parts are inspected. In this part, we'll look at a typical disassembly procedure for one common type of valve, called a globe valve, and we'll see how to perform a valve inspection. To disassemble this globe valve, the mechanic in our example first loosens the bonnet nuts and the gland nuts on both sides. Next, the mechanic unscrews the gland nuts completely and removes them. This relieves pressure on the packing. Now he removes the bonnet nuts and the bonnet assembly and removes the sealing gasket. To remove the hand wheel, he rotates it in the closed direction as far as possible and then removes the hand wheel nut and the hand wheel from the valve. Now he can rotate the valve stem until it's out of the bonnet. The mechanic extracts the gland nuts and bolts, and now that the stem is removed, takes the gland follower completely off. Finally, he pushes out the old packing. Once a valve is disassembled, its exposed parts can be inspected thoroughly. The mechanic in our example begins the inspection at the flanges. First, he cleans the flanges on the valve with a wire brush. He uses a gasket scraper for hard-to-remove material, being careful not to gouge the flange sealing surface. And he checks the flanges for nicks and corrosion. Flanges that are in good condition will have a smooth surface. The stem bushing should be inspected for wear and damage as well. If the bushing threads were allowed to wear out on a rising stem valve, the valve would no longer open or close. Therefore, worn bushing could be replaced. The mechanic inspects the valve stem next for wear and damage. He starts by cleaning the stem with a fine emery or crocus cloth to remove dirt, chemical buildup, and burrs. Even properly adjusted packing can leak if the valve stem is bent or worn. A bent or worn stem can prevent the packing from sealing properly and make the valve hard to open or close. With the stem on V-blocks, the mechanic checks its straightness by using a dial indicator to perform a run-out test. He puts the dial indicator in contact with the stem, zeroes the dial indicator, and then rotates the stem. The stem is straight if the pointer on the dial remains constant on 0 during the entire rotation. Deviation on the dial indicates that the stem is bent and that it may need to be replaced. Check with the supervisor for the amount of acceptable deviation at your facility before you replace a bent stem. A damaged or corroded stem may also need to be replaced. The mechanic can remove moderate amounts of corrosion from the valve bonnet or body with a wire brush. Finally, he inspects the disc. The mechanic checks the disc to stem connection for proper movement by turning it manually. Then he inspects the disc for wear, damage, and corrosion. Minor wear or corrosion can be repaired by resurfacing or lapping the disc. In the event of cracks or excessive wear or damage, however, the disc should be replaced. Once maintenance preparations have been made and the valve has been disassembled and inspected, maintenance can begin. In this part, we'll look at some typical valve maintenance procedures, including lapping and spotting in. In our example, the mechanic has already disassembled the valve and removed the packing. The seating surface of this valve bonnet has a minor steam cut, which the mechanic can repair through lapping. Lapping is a resurfacing process that is accomplished by rubbing a valve part against another surface coated with a lapping compound. This smooths the valve part surface. Flat valve surfaces, such as the surface of this bonnet, are generally rubbed against a metal lapping block coated with a lapping compound. To lap mating valve surfaces, such as the surfaces of this disc and seat, the disc is coated with a lapping compound, and then the disc and seat are rubbed against it. Now let's see how the mechanic laps the surface of this damaged valve bonnet. To begin, he applies a small amount of lapping compound to a lapping block. To achieve a smooth surface, he starts with a coarse grade compound and gradually changes to finer grades as the surface is smooth. The mechanic moves the bonnet through the lapping compound in a figure-8 motion, being careful not to exert excessive or uneven pressure on the bonnet. The weight of the bonnet should provide adequate pressure to smooth the surface. The mechanic frequently checks the bonnet seating surface by wiping away the excess compound and inspecting the bonnet. He repeats the lapping process until the seating surface is smooth. After lapping the bonnet, the mechanic checks the disc and seat for proper seating. An improperly seated valve will leak. One method for checking the disc and seat for proper seating is called spotting in or bluing. The disc normally rotates freely on the stem. This gives the disc a self-seating feature and provides a good seal when the valve is closed. However, during spotting in, the disc must not be allowed to rotate. To prevent rotation, the mechanic positions shims between the stem and the disc. This holds the stem in place and keeps the disc from rotating on it. Once the movement of the disc on the stem has been blocked, the mechanic applies an even, thin coating of a bluing substance to the surface of the disc. Next, he carefully places the disc on the valve seat and rotates it 1/4 turn with a slight downward pressure. When the mechanic removes the disc from the valve and inspects the disc and the seat, he should see a thin, even, unbroken blue line on the seating areas if proper seating occurred. When he's finished inspecting the valve disc and seat, the mechanic wipes them clean of the bluing. Imperfections detected in the disc or seat during spotting in will require repairs or replacement. Many valves
Okay, so sir, og wala tay kaning panggamiton pang blowing unsa tay alternative nato nga pwede gamiton? Kung wa kay kaning i-spray nga blow ba? Kung lapis-lapis ba?
Lapis lang ito na. Inini na siya. Ang stem o pagatong yung seed. Ay, nag-dry mo, gawin paste. Maikuto na mo sa grind gano. After that, tapuhanin mo seed. Yan, tapuhan. I-reclaim yung tapos. Mag-dispolisan ni siya rin malibot.
So yung
sa stem o lapis. The other side,
Sa disc.
Oo. Ganun friend. Tapos 360 degrees. Dili balik-balik diretso lang ito. Patuyok 360 degrees. Sobrang gamay. Tapos ang tangon, tanawon o nagbura ba na siya palibot. Kung wa pa makita pa ng lapis nga wa sa i-grind pa ko ito. Ha?
okay, so kung dili ma-erase to imong lapis dira, meaning na pa siya uneven. Uneven pa na ang iyahang, wala pa na magkalapat yun og maayo. So muna siya alternative nga or alternate nga buhaton kung dili ni available ang atong blue.
valves are equipped with replaceable parts, which make it more economical to replace discs and seats with severe imperfections than to repair them. Check with the supervisor on the policy at your facility. If minor disc or seat imperfections are found, they are often repaired by lapping. With shims in place to keep the disc from rotating on the stem, the mechanic applies a small amount of lapping compound to the disc. He then places the disc on the seat and moves it back and forth with a slight downward pressure. Occasionally, he moves the disc forward 1/4 turn to ensure even lapping. The mechanic frequently checks the disc seating surface by wiping away the excess compound and inspecting the disc and seat. He repeats the lapping process until the seating surfaces are smooth. When the lapping is complete, the disc and seat should be spotted in again to make sure that they're seating properly. Once all the necessary maintenance has been performed on a valve, the valve must be reassembled so that it can be returned to service.
Okay, so labi na sa mga full crew or sa mga vessel nga puro Pinoy ang crew, sometimes ang ilang i-term is paghasa sa balbula. Okay, so your job order for today, cadet, after dismantling this valve, ihasa ni kay makita nila nga uneven na ang iyahang disc ang iyahang or na naitama ang disc ang iyahang seat. So if madalag lapping or sometimes termed as grinding, mo to inyong buhaton tangag lapping compound then i-grind ninyo sa usa-usa or i-ana-ana anton ma-even na ang iyahang surfaces. So unsay ang term na nila usay ihasa ang balbula, hasa ibaid.
In this part, we'll see how a mechanic reassembles a flanged globe valve. The mechanic in our example begins the reassembly procedure by removing shims that were placed around the stem during a spotting in procedure. Next, he lubricates all moving and threaded valve parts. Be sure to check the manufacturer's instructions to determine which lubricant is right for the valve that you're servicing. After all the moving and threaded parts of the valve have been lubricated, the mechanic puts the stem partially through the bonnet. Then he slides the gland follower over the stem and replaces the gland nuts. Next, he threads the stem through the stem bushing and replaces the hand wheel nuts and bolts and the hand wheel. Now the mechanic can replace the gasket between the body and bonnet. He takes the new gasket and sets it on the body seating surface. At this point, the mechanic turns the hand wheel until the valve is in the fully open position. When a valve is being reassembled, it is vital that the valve be kept in the fully open position. This keeps the disc from being driven into the seat during reassembly, which could bend the stem or damage the seating surfaces and prevent the valve from opening.
Okay, don't forget in assembling the valve, you have to fully open the or dapat nakataas gina ang imuhang disc. Yung sahay nakalapat na daan, pugson pa ginatog pahugot, so it may damage sa ato ang stem.
Now the mechanic places the stem, bonnet, and packing gland assembly on the valve body and replaces the bonnet bolts and tightens them evenly.
So before dismantling, pwede sad ni nato butang marking din niya. Depende kung medyo huot-huot, kani mo bangga ni siya sa to nga side or mga sikip nga side. So pwede na punta butang ta diri og markings para maka sigurado kita before dismantling.
To compress the new gasket. The bonnet must rest.
Okay. Nakamute ka, sir? Nakamute.
In addition to that, kini siya, naadyo'y packing, ha? Packing, na siya. Gasket, kumbaga. Ang purpose na nga di yung mag-lift doon. Dili lang siya metal by metal. Naadyo'y siya ay gasket.
Gasket.
Ha? Don't forget, ha? Mga po ni siya dire. Pod. Pikas pod, ha? Sige.
Squarely on the body of the valve, as each bolt is torqued to its proper value, as indicated in the manufacturer's instruction manual. Using a cross-torque pattern, the mechanic tightens one bolt. Then he tightens the bolt opposite it.
Okay, so wala
Next,
gingon
he
nga
tightens the bolt
atbang.
next to the first bolt, and then tightens its opposite bolt. He continues the pattern until each bolt has been torqued to its proper value. After the bonnet is installed, the mechanic repacks the valve. Now the valve is fully reassembled and ready to be reinstalled. Reinstalling this flanged globe valve involves two basic steps: inserting new gaskets and replacing the flange bolts. This valve is large, so rigging holds it in place while the mechanic wire brushes, lubricates, and replaces the two bottom flange bolts on either side of the valve. The mechanic then adds two additional flange bolts on each side of the valve. These bolts will hold the new gaskets securely in the correct positions. With the support flange bolts in place, the mechanic slips the gaskets in between the valve flange and the pipe flange. Then he tightens each flange bolt until the valve is securely in place. He completes the reinstallation by cleaning the work area and returning all tools to their proper storage places. Locks and tags can now be safely removed, and the valve can be returned to service.
Okay, so mo to siya ang isa sa example sa in conducting maintenance of valve. So na ko ipakita isa pa ka video, buo na lang yun ni.
Isa dong, kadiyot lang dong. Kaya na additional na to, kadiyot lang. Ay, para ma-aware sila. Katong last na ng portion na lang.
Okay,
Heto. Kaya akong i-emphasize lang gamay para nganong ang position sa bolt and nut. Katong cover niya. Ay, bunto. Nala ko, gamay lang siya kain na ito napita. Last portion na lang.
Last na? Okay.
Last lang. Pwede ito makita. Katong pagka-symbol na. Nala ko gusto i-emphasize kay kadaghanan ko.
Piping systems are a vital part of most industrial facilities. So rigging holds it in charge. Then he tightens each flange.
Kaning kuan sir?
Isagayin na to sa last portion na lang kay ang kota pa pagka-symbol. Ang bolt and nut may akong ipakita nila. Okay. Makita niyo yung bolt no? Mao na yung nut. Sa taas na ang bolt. Di ba? Nanong inana ang position nga why is it nga dili man diri ang bolt niya diri ang nut. Dahil rason na siya.
bolt.
Because when you're going to take out this one, wag take out na kanini, kining yung cover nire sa iyok. Dali ra. Then, at the same time, kung di mo mugawas ang inyong pressure, papalitan, mag-release mo C4. Usually, dito man tayo magkano, atong i-release ng pressure, din tayo. O, sikwat na di kamay, o gani i-release. Ya, dali ra ni siya tangtangon, o kinila inyong tangtangon niya, ano, sinana. Whereas, kung inyong balihon ni siya, kini siyang bolt, ya, dire ang nut, na tendency maglisod mo pagtaon, pagtangtang. So, inanana niya na siya nga, dali ra. Hulbutan mo na siya. Nya protection na siya, nga di mo dali, o nga takusog pressure, nga lugak, kining area ha dire. So, inana ang position. Okay, kuha.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's it. In actual na to na during limited face-to-face, mas kita na
evaluate na. Evaluate na sila.
Buat pasabot ni Sir. So, yan yung marag medyo lisod yun siya sabton yun. Pero sige lang, at least na idea gamay. So, in replacing also the gasket, atay mga atay gamay nga so pwede rin na ninyo maggama mo gasket, na oran ninyo paghimo. Orang nagpalakrahan.
Nagkahala na siya.
So during our laboratories, wala man kay tay mga kana nga material in making the gasket. Magkita na tag nga alkwan. For the meantime, mga karton lang siguro atong praktisan og imo. So you will perform that kind of activity during limited face-to-face.
Oh.
Okay, so pwede nag-deal namin yung butangan o kompleto dyan nga bolt and nuts. As long as na ma-hold lang na ang taper, so kumbati na na. So nano lang iyahang for
Next,
okay, so that's it. So So, inana lang ka, simple ang paghimo o gasket. Okay, so let's proceed sa ato ang let's proceed sa atong next topic. This very short topic lang ni siya. Ngot na. Isa kay ngot na akong laptop.
Pastor, yeah. Pastor or ang cycle, di ba? Pastor ang it will be a pastor in making the cycle. Okay. Next is
Okay. Okay. Okay, so our next topic, this is correct lang yung maintenance about heat exchanger. So as you can think, nakahinumdum pa mo ng heat exchanger. So it is a very important. This is a very important niya sa ato ang vessel o sa atong sa engine room. Actually, kita po ng mga heat exchanger ato sa ato ang not only in the engine room but also in the deck. Kita po na nato ang mga heat exchanger. So again, what is heat exchanger? So kasi nakainumdum ano heat exchanger? So
Here.
anyone from the group? Sige.
So, as we remember, heat exchanger is a type or it's a really usual equipment that we see in different systems on board that is used to transfer heat between two or more fluids. So that's
Okay.
it.
So it is used to transfer heat or from one temperature to other. So din siya ingon kay heating na siya but also for cooling. So the hot medium pwede na ito pabugnawon or ang atong cold medium atong painiton. So very kuan siya important sa ato ang system ang heat exchanger. So heat exchanger is a device that's used to transfer thermal energy between two or more fluids. Okay, so there are two types also of heat exchanger. So unsa ra ito atong types of heat exchanger? Natay gitawag nga shell and tube type, and we have also the plate type. So this is the shell and tube type. So natay tubes ni sa sulod, tube bundles, and we have the shell ani ang nag-enclose. So in this type of heat exchanger naatay gitawag nga baffle or baffle plates. So again, what is the purpose of these baffle plates?
Para mas low ang movement sa sir, sa medium.
Okay, so that the for like this example, the medium to be cold or the hot medium, mas modugay ang stay. So it will allow him to flow in zigzag. So pag zigzag, mas nadugay ang pag-stay din sa atong heat exchanger. So more heat exchange. Okay. So in this heat exchanger, ang seawater or the cooling medium naa siya sa ato ang tube, sulod sa atong tube. And the medium to be cold, which is on the shell side or in the shell side. So what do you think is the purpose of that? Anong tubig ang seawater atong ipaagi din sa atong tubes? So ganito ay na reason.
Para di magka corrosion.
Kay aron pwede ra i-discharge ang seawater largo sir after gamit sa cooling medium sir ba?
Okay, so pwede rin siya i-discharge dito. So what else? Yan ang mas
Right.
orang katunjud yang pinaka-reason. So tanaw na
Dili
to
kayo-
ang atong
Dali ra pog maintenance sir. Kung
Pag maintenance, sir,
diha
dali ra
sa gawas sa tube sir ang seawater, kung diha siya sa gagmay nga tube sir, kuan sir lisod man og maintenance. Corrosive man ang seawater sir.
okay, so ari na to ipaagi siya sa sulod para madali na to makadak ang maintenance dayon ra ang paglimpyo sa atong mga tubes. So pangkulko later on natay mga procedures in conducting maintenance. Okay, so shell and tube type heat exchangers. So comprised of multiple tubes. So iba na tana. No need to elaborate about the basic construction of the shell and tube type. So here, some maintenance of shell and tube type heat exchanger. Okay, so first, we have the frequent cleaning of heat exchangers. So commercial cleaning compounds are used to remove sludge or mga unwanted particles na nasa ato ang shell and tube type. So while other maintenance, it uses coke. So if ang atong hot wash or atong oil or atong water washing do not provide satisfactory results. Actually, kaning coke, effective din siya pag coke na Coca-Cola. Effective din siya pagtangtang sa atong mga taya-taya. So one time even sa bodega sa ato ang barko, for example sa bulk, we need to clean cargo ang ating utang dira. So dapat tantangon nato ang mga taya-taya na mubuhat coke. Effective gina ang coke pagtangtangan na ibobora na dito nya imuhang kuskuson. So frequent cleaning sa ato ang heat exchanger in the tube side and the shell side. So the other maintenance for that is the tube inspection. So at regular intervals, inspect the interior and exterior of the tube, assess condition and assess the condition. So failure to keep all the tubes clean may in time result in termination of flow, or which can lead to tube leaks and ruptures. So sa sud sa atong mga tubes, pwede na siyempre seawater, pwede na makasod ang mga contaminations. Pwede na siya mabarado, pwede mamilit itong mga hugaw-hugaw, mga impurities, pwede na dito build up sa ato ang tubes. Since ang atong just like mga heat exchanger nato nga mga gagmay, so gagmay ang iyahang mga tubes. So kanus aman ta pwede makaingon ta nga kinahanglan na nato siya kandakan og maintenance. So usa kay na
Kung ang kuan sa heat exchanger kay abnormal sa ba kanang di ang murag ito may term na murag bitaw less na lang ang heat nga ma-transfer sir kay tungod baga na ang mga sludge nga nasa tube.
Okay, so through observation, if the heat exchange is not that efficient. So unsa kay ilhana na kung atong heat exchange kay di na siya ang normal nga pag heat exchange or iyang efficiency medyo ubos-ubos na. Sa kay ilhana na.
Ang temperature sa inlet o outlet. So,
Okay. Inlet and outlet temperature difference. Oh, very good. So sana another. So kay lain na to nga
Sa mga gauges, sir.
okay, sa pressure gauges na to. So the pressure difference, pwede ko na nato. So very good. You have the one. Ay nung pagid mo sa mga dapat bantayan na to ano. Okay, so during inspection, during inspection sa atong mga tubes, if na siya leak, natay gitawag nga tube leak test gun. Actually, ang kaning pag-inspect sa mga tubes kung nabay leak, natay daghang pamaagi yan eh. So one basic kuan ani is the using tube leak test gun. So mo ni siya ang atong tube leak test gun. Na ako'y gikit ang video ani para sa pag-check. Okay.
Take on the mission of quickly and easily finding tube leaks with Elliott's Recon Series tube leak test guns. From the lightweight cast aluminum body to the ergonomic offers an engineered and rugged solution for finding tube. Available in both pressure and vacuum systems, the test guns are simple for operators to use. Just connect the air supply, insert the fuse into both ends of the tube, and pull the trigger. With the pressure test gun, once the trigger is engaged, forced inside of the tube, creating a pressure seal. With the vacuum test gun, once the trigger is engaged, air is forced out of the tube, creating a vacuum seal. In both cases, if the gauge maintains a consistent reading, then no leak is present. If the gauge is falling, then there is a leak inside of the tube.
Okay, so using this test gun or tube leak test gun, we can easily identify which tube ang naay leak. So there are two types. Actually, we have this pressure test gun and we have this vacuum test gun. So kung nasuwayan o gamit is the vacuum test gun. So makita na to sa to. The other side na siya plug and the other side is kato ang gun. So in case of vacuum test gun, iyahan ang i-vacuum or suyupo na niya diri sa sod. So if the pressure gauge pag humani mo vacuum, i-stop nimo. Indicate niya sa ato ang gauge. Let's say in this position. If there's leaking, mag-anam-anam ni o move ang ato ang pointer. So meaning hungaw ang ato ang tube. So ato na siyang markahan that this tube is na leak. So what will you do if na leak ang ato ang tubes? Sa arkay atong maayo buhaton nana. What do you think? Ang maayong buhaton nana, ang repair or let's say temporary repair baka or permanent repair baka atong buhaton nana. So sa may buhaton. Kung
Isil.
let's say kaning okay, so imong isil. So may buhat unsaon man nimo pag-seal? Okay. So natay gitawag og mga plugs. So natay different types of plugs. May natay plugs nga made of fibrous material. So it will tend to expand when soaked to water. Kung magsige nagkabasa, magsige po na siya og expand. So both sides sa ato ang tubes or sa atong tube nga nag-leak, atong butangan aning plug. So inyo ra nang dukdok din na or isuksok ra ninyo din na.
Mura sa
So-
out of service, sir.
Condemn na jud na siya. I-condemn na nimo nga tube. Kay kung di nimo i-condemn, let's say ang ato ang medium to be cold is oil. Ya kung nag-leak na ang imuhang tube din na, mamiksa na og si water ang imuhang langis, which is dili maayo sa ato ang system. So much better to condemn that tube na ay leak. So imo ra nang salpakan na. So we have this type of plug na made of fibrous material. So again, it will expand. So di na siya muluag kay once humol or mabasa, tikaan na rin na siya expand. So muhugot rin na siya.
No, na ako'y adlib diri.
Okay.
With regard to this one, let's say for example, duha ka medium, kay shield and tube type mo nino. Usually, duha man ka klase sa kanang cooling system. If you remember sa auxiliary, di ba? Sa auxiliary na to, ay kitawag og kanang conventional cooling system o centralized cooling system o central cooling system. Do you remember? No.
Yes, sir.
Kini siya, importante ni siya nga kuan na. Let's say for example, no, na-leak. It happened, ang gipabugnaw nini ang oil. Then, ang nagpabugnaw ang water. So, muna ako mutana sa auxiliary ni. Pero importante ni with regard to maintenance. May taas na pressure dapat nini. Ang water o oil. By the way, before that, kung sa may muso din sa tube, tubig o oil?
Oil, sir.
Oil, sir.
Ha?
Oil.
Sigurado ka?
Sir, tubig.
Sir.
Kay lube oil cooler siya, cooler niya, lube oil cooler. Ha? Unsa man? Kay auxiliary niya ha, ako nagiri ikuan kay gusto ko may emphasize og nasabta kay you cannot maintain properly sa usa ka equipment o wa ka kibaw sa principle. Unsa man? Tubig o langis? Tubig o langis.
Langis, sir.
Ha?
Tubig,
Langis.
sir, tubig.
Oil.
Tubig.
Diba, mo na atong maintenahon. So, para madali niya mo ni ko na muna kulkugo na to para og hugaw medyo gamay na lang agi para ma-absorb niya ang kainiton sa oil. So karon tubig ni siya no ang surrounded sa oil kung oil cooler ni ako puhuta na may taas nga pressure ka dapat nini ang oil o ang tubig. Importante ni kay hindi mo pwede mo
Ang oil,
delikado
sir.
yun ang inyong pag-maintain. Oil ang taas ang pressure.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sir. Oil,
Yes.
sir.
Kontra sa tubig.
Yes, sir.
Nga naman.
Kay equal
Why?
man dapat sa tubig ang oil kung pero sir kay ang oil di ba kay mas taas og pressure out mas taas og kanang temperature tolerance og sa mo taas ang pressure. Wag Libog siya, sir.
Hindi, okay. Mao bitaw pabugnaw na nato. Pero ang pangutanan nako, gitubag ninyo nga mas taas ang pressure ng oil. Now, unsay may tabo og ang tubig panimbawa mag-leak ning tube, mukuyog ngadto sa oil ug taas ang pressure sa tubig. Unsay may tabo ug mukuyog? Unsa may purpose ning oil? For lubrication
Yes, sir.
sa mga moving part. Unya unsa may tabo ug mukuyog na didto?
Gahi.
Ang iyang konsekwen, di na kayo ka palubricate. Kay may halom ng tubig. That's why very important that check upon yun ninyo between this one kung ang tube ninyo na leaking. And see to it that mas taas ang pressure sa oil kumpara sa tubig. Ha? Naintindihan?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Para,
Ug
para
ang
din
tubig may taas, so iyang itulak ang tubadong sa oil. So ang tubig mo kuyog na sa oil, nga which is used for lubrication. Naklaro na ni?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Klaro. Para sa maintenance purposes dapat yan. That's why butangan nag-plug nya check upon yun na wa mo na nagiingon ni share ninyo kaniha nga ay pressure test yun o vacuum test. Kung wa ba yung leak. Tapos may leak, bo na butangan nag-plug. But og daghan na siya pug plug, dili pud maayo. Wa na kuha na pagpabug na sa oil.
Isdan na na, sir.
Eh,
gamay na trabaho.
Pwede mo na siya ilisan. You can take out this one. Grino ni siya diyan, tagtango. Pero delikado lang. Ako, kapilan ako makakuha nini. Delikado lang. O niya, imo na siyang kung ano ning tagilid, usuring sa katong imong expander nga kuan para mo kuan na siya na para mulapat jud niya pressure test. Kaintindihan na ta? Ha?
Yes, sir.
Okay na? Okay, sige. Salamat. Sige, padayon, sir. Usay, para gusto lang may pasay. Importante na sa maintenance.
So again, initial tube type. For example, we need to cool down the oil or the hot oil. So ang musod diri is the seawater. So the reason for that is it is easy for us to conduct maintenance sa atong tubes, sa atong paglimpyo. Kaya ato na siyang tagsa-tagsaon og kulkog. So here during limited face-to-face, usa na sa atong i-perform nga maintenance is to clean every tube. So, imagine mo anang panglimpyo sa feeding bottle sa mga bata nga wala na ay buhok-buhok nga ang brush niya paanaan na skilled. So, inyo nang tagsa-tagsa og logit. Una imong paboritong trabaho dito sa kwarto. Kaya anak na mo patyo ng oras. Saka heat exchanger o sa pod ka adlaw trabahoon. Kulkog lang sa itiro nito.
Iligan, hilig ni magkulkog. Iligan. Ano to berkare?
Sir,
Berkare, hilig ni magkulkog.
Bekari, sir. Bekari, sir. Naikadate pirmi sa park. Labinya, sir, ay. Suga mo kulkog labinya.
Sige na, ay na, magkuhan, mahuman na, kay makuhan si Sir Mark. Sige. Mas importante na makanan mo idea.
So, again, sa tingin ni sir, mas importante nga ang oil mo musagol sa seawater kaysa ang seawater musagol sa tong oil. So, kung seawater mahada dito sa tong oil, bolilyaso ang ato so it will not lubricate properly sa atong mga moving parts sa atong makina. So, ang oil po yung musagol sa seawater, sir, discharge na. Og bakit ano ni kita na naggugaw ang dagat.
Pollution
gamay ra man pud na siya nga gamay ra pud na kay ang iyang ma-appeal na dito kay gamay ra kay nang leak.
Pero mahurot na madugay. Dali ra na tan-awon kay adto mo sa deep six tank sa inyong mga sa sounding tape makita og us maayo na kay nahinay mo nagka-us pero gi-design na nga mas taas ang oil pressure kumpara sa water. Para og in kaso na leak, dili ang tubig mo ay mo ngari sa oil. Ang oil rin mga tubig para is charged. Mo na yung purpose yun. Pero bantayan yun na siya kay og di bantayan niya mahurot po nimong oil mo dugay. Labay mo na sa dagat, ni kahuman na nagkuling sa tubig. O conventional na. Pero central, mubalik na dito kay fresh water mo na low temperature to sa high temperature mo na siya sa inyo nang auxiliary expert mo muna na di ba illegal sige padayon na sir.
Okay, so another type of plug is we have this metal tapered plug. Kung when we say tapered, pagamay ang iyahang pagamay ang iyahang forma. So, some metal tapered plugs can be welded around to make the permanent positive seal. So, pwede na siya inyong welding din na. Kapag na cases niya, yan na. So, another type of plug is this. Itawag ito expandable plug. So, this type of plug has a rubber donut sandwich. So, lain mo kung una-una, gutom naman. Donut pa niya, sandwich. So, between two large washers, ayo, pabiapay pamahaw. So the rubber donut is placed between two large washers. So, mo ni siya. So the bolt, nasa bolt rin, running through the middle of this donut and these washers. So by the time nga atong hugtan ng bolt, ato siyang isalpak sa tube. By the time nato na siyang hugtan, so the rubber donut will expand outward. So, makita niyo ako din niya. Saan namin ako kusok pa. I-expand na ako.
Feedback.
Donut na to, ma-expand na outward. So, this will make a very good sealing sa ito ang leaky tube. So, again, both side ang natong plagan or ato ang i-condemn na gini nato nga tube. So, avoid mixing of two mediums. Okay. So, we have also the third one, the fouling assessment. So, what is fouling? Saan na siya? Saan na fouling? Basketball, i-foul?
Pilingon.
Masa man ang fouling? Or mas may nahitabuan ng So, in
Ano yung defect, sir? Just
defect?
yung kuan.
Sa man nga specific defect. So, actually, fouling is okay, so there are formation of unwanted particles na nabuo sa ato ang heat exchanger. Dapat na natong i-monitor para ma-action na gina. Actually, gusto din na sa likayan. Okay, we have two different temperatures. So, na siya build up sa or formation of unwanted particles sa ato ang materials. And lastly, we have this scraping. So it is necessary to use scrapers to remove the build-up. So care must be exercised to ensure the blade is not sharp enough to cut the metal tubes. So pwede po lang katong brush nga katingod para kulkog sa ato ang mga tube. So very siya. Easy ang maintenance sa ato ang heat and sa ato shell and tube type heat exchanger. So next, okay, so proper handling. Kung tangtangon na nato atong pipe bundles or atong tube bundles for inspection, so dapat ang atong butangan na is lithium. So Cleaning also must be exercised to ensure the tube bundle is not damaged. So kami dito sa barko, wala na siyang, we don't have these cradles or mga patunganan. Mora mo tang limpyo ra ng karton. Ihapin ra na mo dito sa butangan na mo sa ato ang tube bundles kung ato siyang kartangon sa ato ang shell. Paano na siya? Mga sintidokumon ra na nga mga steps kung mag-dismantle ta ning ito ang heat exchanger. So we have this plate type heat exchanger. So this time, makita na to. Actually naabutan ba to nato sa una ang atong heat exchanger dito sa atong laboratory. So we have this plate type heat exchanger. So plate type heat exchanger consists of thin plates joined together. So these are the plates. So small amount of space between each other's plates. So typically maintained by a small rubber gasket. So in between nata kani mga rubber gaskets. The surface area is large, and the corners of each rectangular plate feature an opening through which fluid can flow between plates. So makainugdan ta kung saan ang flow ani. So natay mga alternate or opposite niya holes niya. So lahi-lahi ang sudlan sa pooling medium and lahi pod ang sudlan sa ato ang medium to be cold. So we will not go in detail sa ana kay nalabyan na nato sa atong auxiliary machinery. Okay, so the maintenance of plate type heat exchanger. So plate type heat exchanger maintenance and inspection schedule is dependent on many factors, including environment, frequency of use, and in some cases, a mandate from regulatory agency. So ang ato ang mag-feedback. Okay. I-mute sana ako kadip sir ay nag-feedback. Okay. So depende na ang ato ang maintenance atong heat exchanger. So sagaran atong basihan ng iyahang efficiency of heat exchange in conducting maintenance. So sometimes po na tay mga some cases na po tay mga gamit kayo ni siya. For example, natin mga machineries nga gamit na nga type of heat exchanger, gamit na yun siya kayo. So from time to time, ato na siyang i-conductan og maintenance. So in conducting maintenance or in dismantling this heat exchanger, natay procedures nga dapat i-consider. So before dismantling, ato na siyang pang sukdondaan. So dapat na tayo eksakto nga pag-tighten ani ato ang mga tag-as nga tawag tog tie bolts ngani. Tag-as na siya. So before nato na siya i-dismantle, ato na siyang sukdondaan ang distance aning duha ka kani siyang gitawag og head. Kani siya. Ani ato ang kumbaga nga part sa ato ang heat exchanger or kaning nag-compress sa ato ang mga plates. So dapat exact ato na siyang measure yung distansya gikan diri kadtong speakers all through the sides or sa atong mga bolts. Muna atong pang timan-an. So take note. Dapat ang iyahang pagka-compress is the same, uniform sa tibuok side sa ato ang plate type heat exchanger. So one technique for that is dapat equal ang ato ng sukdon, i-measure na nato ilang mga distance. So dinhi po dapat equal sa lahat nga sides. So dapat timan anak ninyo before mo mag-dismantle. Sige lang, kaya ato lang i-perform pohon. Sige sir. Sige sir.
Dapat kito duha ka plate no. Mura man ang mag-asawa, di niya pwede based on my experience, nagtabo na dito sa barko sa among first engineer ko dili kani siyan duha dapat mag-akob na. Once nga dili ni Paris, muliking yun na siya. So see to it when you dismantle this one, Paris na siya, o you put marking o lagyan 1, 2, 3. Kasi pag assemble yan, nabaliktad, instead kining to, sa nagsunod ni sila, di rin na sa tulo, umulik na, makita nyo sa actual niya dire ang kanang plate, pohon, o mag face to face na ta. But for now, visualize lang ninyo nga kini sila Paris yun silang duha na mga group diha. Mag-akop niya na ay rubber gasket ni siya, pikas-pikas. Paris ni sila, murag mag-asawa. Once nga dili na magkatakdo nga Paris, mulik yun na. Sakto tungingon ni Sir Mark nga na ay marking yun. Imo na bago kayo mag-dismantle, inyo yun na siyang isuwat og pila na ganang length na pikas-pikas. O niya, ang pagtangtang mo na gihapon, dihas taas, ubos, dire na po, mag-ikis dyan. Mora na ako ikasulti. Pangutana. Kayo mo pa dayon, Sir Mark.
Sir.
Sige, sir.
Okay, so again, tama to na kaligtaan akong sulti. The plates or the order of plates must be correct. So, di na pwede ninyo i-interchange. This first one and the second one, di na pwede. And so on. Di na pwede i-interchange. So, pwede na suwatan ninyo. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Para correct ang iyang order. Kung ni-sir pa, dapat mag-asawa na. Dapat mag-haom din sila permi. Okay. So, hapit na naman. Kamay na lang yung pagantos. Kamay na lang pong data na bilin. Okay, so here the general maintenance for plate type heat exchanger. We have the tear down, loosening of tie bolts, disassembly of unit. So natong pag disassemble or pag dismantle na to, isukod ang distance para equal ang pag-tighten na to, equal pod ang iyahang kahugoton in all sides. So, valving off the unit, draining the fluids. So, those are the basic procedures. So, before dismantling, drain ang mga fluids, depressurize pressure ninyo ang linya or ang heat exchanger. Then, andam po na to ang atong working place. Siyempre, maginay mo leak gamay or when plate type, large, dagko na siya. So, ubay-ubay na ang mulik. So, atong mga pang-cleaning, dapat naka-standby na nadaan para dili na mukalat ang atong mga liquids nga nag-flow din na sa ato ang heat exchanger. So, cleaning the gasket. So, if possible, or kung dako na gid ang iyahang damage, much better to replace the gasket. So inspection, start flow gasket inspection and replacement as needed. So in reassembly, the previous exact configuration and optimal tightening of the plate pack for maximum reliability and performance. So kung unsa to yung gibuhat pagsugod sa pag-dismantle, i-reverse na ninyo ang inyong procedure. So, sayon rin kayo na ang pag-dismantle sa plate. Ang take note lang, ang iyahang kahugton, uniform. So, in order to get that uniform kahugton sa atong baga nga plate, again, don't forget to take note the measurement or the distance measurement sa ato ang duha ka baga nga plate nga mag-compress sa ato ang tagsa nga mga corrugated plates. So, verification of the unit. So, sa po na. Dapat nyo i-check kung maayo ra ba ang iyong pag-function. And also, after conducting the maintenance in running, observe na to ang iyahang what you call this, performance. If the efficiency increases, so that's a successful maintenance or successful repair sa ato ang plate type heat exchanger. So here, murag sa atong online class, murag lisod jud kayo i-picture out or i-visualize ang atong mga maintenance. So again, sorry for ang video na akong na-upload ko na ako ang video daan. Ako tong gibiyaan akong laptop nga nag-uploading. So I don't know kung unsay naka-cause nga unsuccessful ang pag-upload atong video. So I'll try nga makit-an to nako ang link kung balik sa YouTube para ang link na lang mismo ang akong i-paste sa ato ang group para ma-redirect ra mo dito sa YouTube if you will click that link. Medyo taas-taas to siya nga video, about 27 minutes I guess. O siguro nag-failed to siya og upload. So for now, anhira ni kutob ang ato ang discussion sa valves and heat exchanger. So actually next na ako'y ipang-upload lang po niya additional notes. So in heat exchanger na patay lang daghang klase ana, even the condenser, evaporator, the same principle. So you are familiar with that in the refrigeration topic. I think in Oxmac to, nalabihan na ninyo. So, same maintenance kaya pa ninyo Panginoon. More on cleaning, inspections, and steps in reconditioning the certain component. Okay, so Sir Lorenzo na, nakikaduga.
Nawa sila, sir.
Sir,
Sir,
ano? May uwan diri.
Na sila sir na ana.
Manago.
patay, nag-email na. Abay, ay.
Uwan diha sa palumpon.
Kuan ra bay, taligbos ra bay kanang mo taligsik ra ba? Wala yun ulan.
Taligsikin niya ko riligan.
Raol, gibasa. Sa Isabel ra to ambot sa palumpon pero hayag man ilang pistoy dapit.
Aw kahayag na siguro kan pitstoy basig kuan na kuha na siya.
Pao naguros Ginoo.
Para mapulsan sa langit. Dreamwork yo. Mari ka ang lifestyle ya. Paborito mo lifestyle ngayon ano?
Gahi ikoron bay no.
Oh, sakto ra, madara.
Ambot kung sanay meter siguro na kudo-do.
Bisag unsa ra may meter ron.
Hello? Hello?
Nawa mo internet. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Taro ka? Okay.
Hello, sir.
Medyo...
Hello, sir.
Hello, hello. Data ra gini akong gamit. So, I think that would be all for today. So, any questions?
None, sir.
Attendance, sir.
About sa F2F, sir ba?
Okay,
Unsa
so,
yung kuwan, balita, sir?
sa
About sa F2F, sir ba? Mga next week na gina, sir, no?
about lang na yung face-to-face. Ngambot na ako. Sabi tao, ako applies meeting na face-to-face eh. Murag, daghan kayo ka usab-usab. Murag, medyo na, iritahan ako sa ngayon. Kuan, di
Dapat
ko
na
ganahan.
F2F, sir,